Okay. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. It is Monday. It is 4 o'clock. I apparently actually have a pretty good internet connection right now, so let's do some streaming. Let's do some doodling and some art and see what all we can get done today. The plan for today is pretty simple. We are planning to brainstorm all of the October stickers. If you're not familiar with what I do, each week I do a different sticker that I give away for free at the local market where I sell my art and merch. And those stickers also are available on Patreon for supporters. And in addition to those stickers, there is a print that I do each month and a bonus sticker that is Patreon exclusive each month. So the goal for today is to brainstorm exactly what that art theme is going to be for October. That's what we're going to work on today. So I will probably do a little bit of warm-up doodling here, just a little bit of art nonsense to take up some time while people are getting into the stream and getting available and doing all that good stuff. You know, just kind of coming together and hanging out. So while we're doing that, if you have any ideas that you would like to throw into the running for October event theme or October theme, feel free to toss that into the chat, and we'll work it. We'll work it. We'll brainstorm it. We'll figure it all out together. We'll figure out exactly what all we want to do. So, I'm just going to do a little doodle here to kind of get warmed up. I had to go to the post office today, so I was not leading right directly into this live stream like I normally am, so I need to kind of stretch out my wrist a little. So I'll just do like a little quick, I don't know, maybe a little zombie dude. Maybe let's go ahead and drop in a little zombie for tomorrow. We'll just get him ready to go. Maybe a little very basic zombie hand actions going on here. Something just like this. Just something simple. Like I said, while I'm warming up, feel free to drop any ideas you have in chat. Hey, how's it going? Well, today we're going to brainstorm the concept, the genre, the theme, if you will, for the October stickers and print with participation. So if you have ideas for things you would want to see, feel free to share them in the chat. And like I said, I'm just going to do a little bit of warming up here, just a little sketching and doodling while people come in or put their ideas out there, and we'll see maybe where we're at here in 5-10 minutes and maybe start doing some brainstorming stuff. I actually used to teach brainstorming and idea generation when I was working as a communication strategist. It was one of the things our team at the training for like our corporate organizational trainer, our department trainer, had joined our communication staff, and so communications kind of took over training. And that gave me an opportunity to like just be involved in some of the training. And one of the things that I talked about was idea generation. I'm a big fan of just the systems that people use to create ideas. So I'd like to share that with some people. I've actually got a video on the channel showing how I use some of those idea generation systems. So if no one shows up, if no one has any ideas, I've got a couple of places to start where I talk to some people at the market on Saturday. And might be able to figure some things out, and we'll just go through that brainstorm session and get all of that figured out. October has World Mental Health Day and is ADHD Awareness Month. I didn't know it had a month. I didn't know it had a month either, but that's pretty cool that it does. We definitely can try to work some of that into our ideas for the month. One thing I know, absolutely know, October is Halloween, and Halloween is my favorite holiday. So right now, when we start to brainstorm, we're going to start to brainstorm from the idea that we're already assuming that we're going to work spooky Halloween into whatever we end up doing for the month of October. And if you're just joining us, cool skeletons. Skeletons can be cool, yeah. If you're just joining us, I'm just kind of doing a little warm-up doodle to get my wrist loosened up before I do any real drawing today. Because I went to the post office and didn't do any warm-up. So I just need to kind of flex my hand a bit. That is a thing that we could look at. Yeah, different monsters as advocates for different things. That's not a bad idea. You know me, I'm always willing to talk about mental health and be a mental health advocate. I don't need much of a reason or an excuse to do it. So, always something. Skeletons, me and my little brother love them. Maybe the Beldum from Coraline could be cool too. I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to talk about one of my secret shames. I have not actually seen the movie Coraline. I should. It's definitely right up my alley with the things that I love cartoons. I love spooky. I love, claymation even. So it's weird that I haven't seen it. It's just that movie came out when I was in my early 20s and in a time when I was very much pre-internet saturation at that point in my life. Like the internet existed and I had been on the internet most of high school, but in my early 20s, I had this period where I was like, being online was too expensive for a group of poor 20-somethings. So we didn't spend a lot of time online. And that movie just was part of the zeitgeist that came out while I was disconnected from most of the world because of it. So, I just managed to miss it, and I've never really taken the opportunity to catch back up with it the way I probably should. It's definitely on my list of something I keep meaning. Exactly. I keep meaning to, but it doesn't ever happen. And I really should. I should make that a point this year to watch that movie as part of my Spooktober Spooktacular. As much as I love spooky stuff, I don't do horror very often. I have told people many times the terror inside my brain is bad enough. I don't need to go adding to it too much. So really things like the Tim Burton stop motion movies are right up my alley as far as what I consider the right level of scary for me. When I watch horror, I want it to be incredibly unrealistic. So, it either has to be super, super cheesy, like Muppet horror. I love Muppet horror movies, which are not necessarily movies starring the Muppets from the Muppet Show, but like Ghoulies or Gremlins or Munchies or any of those kind of movies. I love those kind of horror movies, or just insane over-the-top blood fountains. Nightmare Before Christmas is good too. The two movies are a lot different, but I love them both. Yet Nightmare Before Christmas is actually like, that was a movie that came out when I was age appropriate for it. So it definitely was on my list of beloved childhood movies. And when it came back to theaters here last October, I think it was, shortly after I had moved back down to Missouri, I went and saw it with my brother and my niece and nephew. And it still holds up. That's a great movie. Talking about on Saturday, we were having a conversation about how like Hot Topic isn't really any more commercial now than it was in the 90s. Like it was always commercial goth stuff. One thing that was very much a Hot Topic staple in that time period, probably still is, was Nightmare Before Christmas. So that was just a conversation that came up at the market on Saturday, was about how goth culture is not like Hot Topic is, has always been Hot Topic. Like it's never been anything other than what it is now. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they are definitely living in a nostalgia state. I just saw Coraline in the theaters because they brought it back for a bit. It was a cool experience. Oh yeah. See, they did the same thing for Nightmare Before Christmas last year. And that's what I went and saw with my niece, nephew, and my brother. And I loved it. I had a really good time going and seeing that. So, if our theaters here do Coraline, I might take that opportunity to go see it. Otherwise, I'm sure it's on one of the streaming services. I'll just have to look and see which one. Maybe I can get it in actual physical media. At the library. Classic horror or monsters dressed up for Halloween in silly, ridiculous costumes, butterfly, fairy, etc. That's a cool idea too. My Chemical Romance Nightmare Before Christmas aesthetic. Yes. And honestly, that's what it's always been, right? What I thought we might do is we might gather up a bunch of ideas and settle on a handful of really good ones today, and then maybe put a poll out to vote on which one we want to actually flesh out from there. I thought that might be a good way to handle it. But I'm kind of open. I don't have anything really pre-picked out at all for October, other than obviously being spooky. So I'm pretty flexible this month. I kind of like the idea of advocacy being involved in there. Just because I always like advocacy being involved is just a thing I like to keep in the forefront as just part of who I am as a person. So, that appeals to me quite a bit, but all of these are good ideas. Yeah, scary monsters mixed with less scary monsters is cool juxtaposition. Well, and here's the thing is that no matter what I try to draw, it's gonna come out this level of scary right here. This is as scary as my art gets. So, really, just me drawing it as a cartoon sticker, it's gonna be a scary monster juxtaposed to something cute and cuddly. Which, speaking of which, I actually did today. I went back finally to our Christmas tree mimic and made him a couple of little presents to go with him. So you got a little family of mimics here now. Wow, these two little guys. A little like this little dude with his little bottom lip sticking out and his little tusks coming up. And let's see if I've got him. There we go. You just make him bigger real quick. This guy, I really like the way he turned out. I think they look good. I got to figure out exactly what type of what is going to go on this card, but this is going to become a Christmas card at some point in the near future. Yes, I had a lot of fun drawing them. All right, so I doodled this here zombie, so we can let me start writing down some cool ideas. Let's see. We know we got some skeletons. Monster advocates. Scary, silly, scary, silly skeletons. Do 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 do. Grinch in a costume or something, or a themed Grinch. I try to, as a general rule, I try to avoid other people's intellectual property. You'd be surprised at how litigious. You'd be surprised at how likely some of these big corporations are to hunt down and sue a small business out of existence. People ask me all the time about like Disney stuff, and I'm like, I know for a fact that Disney uses secret shopper apps to hire people to go to farmers markets and craft fairs and find people illegal, like selling their intellectual property that they can then shut down, and they can sue and shut down. They do suck. Media companies suck. All of capitalism sucks. Capitalism is the bad guy. Speaking of which, all of the never mess with Disney. The Patreon stickers for September went out in the mail today. So if you didn't pick them up on Saturday and you were August. The August stickers went out in the mail today. If you were a member in August, then they're on the way. So let's see. I know. Do you guys want me to look at the list of what's going on in October and throw that on the bonfire? The National Day calendar list to see what all is going on in October. That's usually my go-to. If I'm being completely honest, if I'm ever feeling like I have a little bit of creative block, I will go to the nationaldaycalendar.com and pop open the list to see what National Day it is, and can always find a way to find something to make because of that. So our real fast facts about October. October is the same month that the 5-day work week was first sanctioned. Hugh Jackman, Luciano Pavarotti, Sigourney Weaver, Julie Andrews, and John Keats all have October birthdays. John Adams, Rutherford Hayes, Chester Arthur, Theodore Roosevelt, Dwight Eisenhower, and Jimmy Carter were all born in October. More centenarians, more people over the age of 100, were born in October than any other month. And the World Series falls in October. Spooky Bara! That is definitely on the possibility. Also, from Saturday, Bird Nerds. I draw a lot of animal geeks, and when we were brainstorming a little bit on Saturday, Bird Nerds came up. Okay, let's see. October is National Chili Month, World Menopause Month. I'm probably not the best artist to represent that. National Sensory Processing Awareness Month. I'm Just Me Because Month. National Physical Therapy Month. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. National Cryptocurrency Month. That doesn't even feel like a thing that should exist. National Non-GMO Month. Filipino American History Month. National Economic Education Month. If we had a national economic education, we wouldn't have a National Cryptocurrency Month. Oh! National Women's Small Business Month. World Blindness Awareness Month. Dysautonomia Awareness Month. Dysautonomia. I don't know how to say this word. I'm clicking on this to find out what this is. Attention to an order that impacts the autonomic nervous system. Yeah. Bodily functions, heart rate, breathing, digestion. Ooh. Yeah, we should be aware that there are people out there who have their autonomous nervous system has issues. National Fire Prevention Month. Ooh. Firemen in costumes. Firemen in costumes is a possibility. I'm putting it on the list. National Dwarfism Awareness Month. National ADHD Awareness Month, as was already brought up. National Pet CBD Month. There is a vendor at the market where I sell my stuff who makes CBD infused pet treats to help pets deal with thunderstorms. National Principles Month. National Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness. National Dropout Prevention Month. I'm probably, again, not the best person to talk about that. National Learning and Development Month. Workplace Politics Awareness Month. Hi, glad you can make it. Wishbones for Pets Month. Vegetarian Month. Talk about Prescriptions Month. We want to talk about prescriptions. I only take a few pills a day. Tackling Hunger Month. Squirrel Awareness Month. Spinach Lovers Month. Self-Promotion Month. National Sausage Month. Right Brainers Rule Month. Rhubarb, rhizomes, and persimmons. Rett Syndrome, Raptor Month. See, Raptor Month. Bird nerds are legitimately thematically appropriate for October. Owls and vultures and all those dudes are raptors. Ooh, Positive Attitude Month. Okay, I'm just not going to just keep reading the list. I'm going to scroll down through and see if there's anything that really snaps my attention. National Sarcastic Awareness Month. What is this about? Okay, so every month on my Patreon, I do a weekly sticker that I give away at the market where I sell my stuff. C Street Market and Historic C Street and Commercial Street in Springfield, Missouri. If anybody is in the area and wants to check it out, Thursdays 4 to 8, Saturdays 9 to 2. So every single week I do a sticker I give away to everyone who comes to the market. My Patreon supporters get those stickers plus a bonus sticker, and if they're a print tier, a print. And I like to have all of those tied together under a centralized theme for the whole month. And so what we are doing today is we are brainstorming our October theme. And we know that October is Halloween. It's spooky. It's spoopy. So I want the spoop to flow. I want to really embrace the spoop, but we're kind of just looking and brainstorming some ideas of what to go with it. I figured we'd take some time to brainstorm some ideas today and then put together a few possibilities and put out a poll to see what everybody wants. And then we can start making some stickers tomorrow or on Wednesday. So if you have any ideas, pumpkin. Well, yeah, pumpkins are definitely Halloween thematically appropriate. And right now, we just kind of put together a little bit of a list of stuff that we could work into some things, some ideas. And one of the things I always like to do when I'm planning out a theme is to go and look at the National Day calendar to get an idea of what is going on that month in the world already for whatever reason. Just 'cause it's a good way to get ideas. So I'm going to say the ones that I'm going to start taking some of these things and organizing them into these are Halloween elements that we can work into any other thing, like whatever we finalize on as our kind of theme, we can definitely work other Halloween elements. So I'll start separating these into Halloween elements and like the X Factor, I guess, kind of piece of the puzzle. So like Scary Silly is just all of it's going to be Scary Silly. That's just who I am as an artist, the best I can do on the scary side. Can you draw a little guy at the corner? If so, I got an idea. Sure, definitely. While we're brainstorming, I'm willing to keep doodling. I doodled a little zombie earlier while we were just kind of getting people together and in. So if you want to see me doodle something in here, just throw it out there and I'll doodle while we're brainstorming. Fireman is more of an X Factor kind of thing, like because it's National Fire Prevention Month. So that's what I'm gonna stick up there. The Monster Advocates is the same thing. The idea here would be that since there's some awareness, advocacy, and awareness stuff going on in October, these would be like monsters dressed up to advocate for different mental illness, different neurodivergency type stuff. You know, stuff that I would naturally just draw anyway. Sebastian from the Roblox game Pressure. I will do my best, but I have no idea what that is. I have never played a Roblox game in my life. So I can look and see what that is. I am a very old dude, so I don't know much in the way of pop culture that applies to Gen Alpha. It looks like he's a dude with he's one of those deep sea fish dudes. I might be able to pull something off. So the Grinch stuff and Spooky Bara can go over here also, because basically Spooky Bara would be Capybara wearing Halloween costumes, right? So, you know, that would be kind of fun. Let's see, he's got a little thing coming off his head. He's got a little emo-over haircut. Can I get some actual art that's not just fan art? Probably not. If birds are selected, the print can be a bird cage or an avian habitat. Yes, that's definitely a possibility. Or just like, if we were doing bird nerds, if we were doing birds like in Halloween costumes, it could just be some trick or tweet. You know what I mean? Trick or tweet. Yeah. Can you give a smile? He normally smiles a lot. I'm doing my best. I am doing my best to draw this character I've never heard of before. So, give me a little bit of grace, if you will. We'll see what we can make happen here. And then I'm going to put him on his own layer so that we can play with him a little bit more. Any other ideas that you guys want to throw out there? I'm surprised Nathan came in here to say spooky bara and then took off without mentioning a single thing about goats, considering he is the goat. That's right, buddy. I called you the goat. It looks like not only does he have a smile, he's got a crooked smile. So, I think Bird Nerds is kind of winning out right now. But surely we've got some more brainstorming. I can put out some more ideas. Something I've been also thinking about lately a lot of is this is a me thing. This is for me. I don't know how many of you are aware that back in the early 90s, the afternoon block cartoons actually all premiered in October. They were kind of spread through September and October. And some of the best cartoons of the 90s premiered in 1994, including Gargoyles and Real Monsters. So that's not necessarily something that I would make stickers on, but something that I absolutely wanted to share is some of the best cartoons of all time are turning 30 years old in the next few weeks. So, yay to those of us who are young enough and awesome enough to get to see those on Disney Afternoon. Or Nicktoons. So there you go. There's my little Sebastian. I would run home to watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Okay, I gotta tell you. The absolute moment that they started doing the Super Mario Brothers Super Show rap in the Super Mario Brothers movie, I went, I don't care how bad this movie is going to be. They just stole my nostalgia and cranked it back to me tenfold. And that's a win. Always. There you go. There's a little Sebastian dude for you. I hope I did him justice. I feel a lot out of touch a lot of the time because I'm so out of touch. I didn't even play Minecraft. I'm predate Minecraft old. Let alone Roblox. So, but I hope is a good little representation of this fish dude. Looks like he also might wear a scarf and a trench coat. But I only have one picture from the wiki to go off of, so I'm doing my best. I guess if I scroll down here, there's some more real abstract logo looking versions of him, but anyway. All right. Let's see. Do we want to kind of brainstorm our some more elements of Halloween that we might want to see in stickers? We've got skeletons and pumpkins with vines, scary, silly. I like drawing ghosts. I think it's a lot of fun to draw ghosts, little ghosts, goofy ghost looking dudes. Little. I'm a ghost. Bugs. Bugs are cool. Bugs can be fun. Hooked on the brothers. I know. I feel this compulsion suddenly out of nowhere. I really liked the original Super Mario Brothers movie. I know that it is not the Super Mario Brothers, and I don't know what an infestation is. I don't know anything about this game. I only have the one picture to go off of. I really liked the original Super Mario Brothers movie. I like dystopian sci-fi. I like cyberpunk, and I know it was bad, but I also, as weird as it might sound, I like John Leguizamo. Infestation is his pet. I'll see if I can find a picture of an infestation. Infestation. Is there any thematic elements you guys would like to see in stickers? Do you want to see something retro inspired? Is this a shark with just a whole bunch of eyes? I think this guy's just a shark with a whole bunch of eyes. Like that. Gargoyles can be fun. I love the gargoyles. The gargoyles is definitely Disney. Shh, don't tell Disney I drew gargoyles. Let's see. Looks like he might have a little hook through his fin. Yeah. So this was fun. Let's start doing some mashup ideas. I actually really like the Monster Advocates concept. I think that's a cool idea. I also like spooky baras. So I think that at least two of the things on the list, you did barbecue theme, maybe make candy themed characters. Oh, yeah, that's an idea. Candy dudes. Yeah, because honestly, my Cookout Crusaders were probably my most popular sticker set. All right. I think costumes are going to be a big part of whatever we do. So I'm thinking I'm just going to start brainstorming some costume ideas that could go in there. So like, I know we got skeleton and ghost here. I'll just put down classic monsters. I feel like I've actually done a lot of brainstorming costume lists lately, so maybe that's not a super clever idea. Maybe you can play pressure for a live stream. Maybe I don't really play video games on stream. I draw. So this is actually part of my product development time. So Maybe that's a possibility. We'll see what happens in the future. I will have more time to do stuff on stream after October when the market season ends. I'm liking these candy dudes too. I think that's a really good idea. Frankenstein and his monster. I like that you said "and his monster" because a little duo sticker could be fun. If I do, can you play? I don't know. All of that will remain up in the air. I don't know what that means and what that entails, but I don't see why not in the moment. I just can't make any promises to anything right now because I know nothing about any of that stuff. I don't know anything about Roblox. My sweet spot really is old people art. If you are under the age of 35, you're probably way too young to get most of my pop cultural references. That being said, I do have someone I know who is 20 and gets most of them. Hi, Garrett. Garrett, we are brainstorming sticker ideas for October, so if you want in, you can just toss in some ideas. Garrett taught me how to do the famous dance. If I do the famous dance, I can get famous. That was the promise. It's hard to do the famous dance on stream because my camera is cropped down too much. So the three right now that I think I personally am leaning towards putting into the poll would be Monster Advocates, Spooky Bara, and Candy Duders. So those are three I'm thinking I would really like to draw. I will have fun with. There are three that I might do anyway. So that's definitely a possibility that's out there. If you guys have any other little sketch doodles you'd like to see me doodle while we're talking this through, also feel free to shout it out. I don't mind doodling on my notes. I've been doing that since I was a little dude. So let's over here. I've got Candy Dudes, Monster Advocates, and what was the other one? Spooky Bara. I'm not going to lie. The one of these that will be the absolute easiest to draw is Spooky Bara, because a capybara is like two little lumpy ears and nose kind of like that, and a little round body and just a couple of legs. And then I'm like, okay, and now he's a clown. Fun for us to participate, but ultimately you definitely need to have a love for the content. Yeah, that's kind of a thing that is true. I will always find a way to have fun. One of the things that I agree that it won't work well without enjoying what I'm doing. Nothing does. That's just not how art works. But I also am a big believer in boundaries make creativity. I feel like these party goers are really just backrooms versions of the Swoller Man. They look like melted Gumbies. Gumby, that's a reference I think a lot of people aren't going to get. All right, these three are definitely on my list. I will love drawing any of these three. I promise that. That one has a balloon. So I think I'm going to put these three onto a poll. If anybody else has any other ideas, you can go ahead and throw them forward. And I'd love to take a crack at them. But I really do think these are the three that I am most looking forward to. I think is most enjoyable for me. So that's where my head is at. And I think there could be a lot of fun in these two. If I'm being completely honest, if I was just deciding on something for myself right now, I would probably go with Monster Advocates. It hits like both of the two sides of my brain, spoopy and mental health advocacy. Ooh. Okay, these things are cool. All right. I just want to point out these guys are cool. These party goers are actually pretty cool. I played the Backrooms game on VR. It looked real, and I saw party goers, so I ran and shouted, "Get away, French fry!" Draw Tim Burton as a Tim Burton character. Oh. I will do my best. Although, didn't Tim Burton make Tim Burton as a Tim Burton character? Is it basically the main character from Corpse Bride? Just Tim Burton as a Tim Burton character? Let's see. Gonna do my best here. This is really outside of my wheelhouse, my comfort zone. This doesn't look like a Tim Burton character at all, does it? It barely looks like Tim Burton. Okay, I did my best. I heard someone shout in the game, "It's the one chip that fell down the sofa!" And we all started laughing. Add black lines around his eyes you did with that one horror-themed character you did a while ago, if you know what I'm talking about. Done a lot of horror-themed characters. But, yeah. Give him those eye bags like that. Almost all of the pictures of Tim Burton have him wearing sunglasses, so, or just when I looked up Tim Burton real fast anyway. Definitely feel like a lot of the Tim Burton art is very heavily influenced in the fact that it is claymation, so it's hard to draw that with my skill level, I should say. It's good. I like it. Now someone needs to painstakingly move it a centimeter at a time for motion. Yes. I love animation. I love cartoons. I think I've made it a point. I love cartoons. I love animation. I do not know how they have the patience to do claymation. I love there's an episode of Parks and Rec where Ben has depression and he's making his own claymated music video, and he shows what he's done, and it's like 2 seconds long, and he's like, that was 96 hours of my life. So yeah, I guess this became a I'll doodle what you want me to doodle stream now. I will always feel free to draw some dudes with some eye bags. If I'm being completely honest, the eye bags thing isn't necessarily a Tim Burton feature for me, so much as like salad fingers. And if you don't know who Salad Fingers is, I'm too old for you. That's another internet meme. Yeah, and really, here's the thing is, they tried to make a couple of movies in the, like, I want to say around 2012, 2013, there were a couple of movies that came out at the same time as a Tim Burton. I think it was, I like Rusty Spoons. Yes. When Frankenweenie, or maybe it was Frankenweenie is what I'm thinking of. Tim Burton had a movie that came out at the same time as another, claymation, quote unquote, movie. And Tim Burton's movie was done actually in claymation, and the other one was done in a combination hybrid of claymation and CGI designed to look like claymation. And you could really, really tell when it was CGI. And I don't know that rendering technology has gotten any better. So, like, you really can't replicate that feel with computer technology right now. And that's a lot of 2D animation. You can totally do everything on a computer that you would do with paper and cells for 2D animation in modern times. But claymation just still has that, I don't know, feel to it. And all claymation is always creepy. That's why Gumby is also creepy. I've seen too much, Pokey. I've seen too much. My world is ending. It's the uncanny. It is the uncanniness of it. Grumble from Doors, the game pressure was inspired by. I've heard of Doors. I think Matt Pat did a video about it. Oh, this guy's cute. Oh, this guy, yeah. This guy is totally up my alley. I like him a lot. He is a cute little character design. Let's see. He is a little ball of eyes and teeth. And it looks like he's got some appendages that might just be human fingers coming off of him like so. This is a great character design. He's got little warts. I like him a lot. He's cute. I'm gonna give him a big tongue. The picture I'm showing doesn't show his tongue sticking out, but you can tell he's got a big tongue. So I'm gonna draw it in there. Yeah. How's that? How's that for a grumble? Grumble, grumble, grumble. It is. It's that whole thing. It's like Polar Express, right? Polar Express goes too deep into the uncanny valley. I feel like stop motion claymation is right exactly at the right level of uncanny valley. I'm gonna turn that light off. I feel like that is probably the best place in the pile. Like you can go a little bit too far into realism, and then it starts to be scary. And we blame Polar Express. We give Polar Express a hard time for being fully in the uncanny valley zone. But really, I don't know if you ever saw the Final Fantasy CGI movie, Spirits Within. That movie was a little too hard into the uncanny valley also. And I thought that was one of those places. So here's the thing is this weekend at the market, I was talking about shape language and character design. And what makes this little dude here, was that one mocap? I don't think it was. I think it was fully CGI. It just was early 2000s and we were hard into that uncanny valley zone. This little dude has great shape language because everything about him stays in these rounded kind of soft spaces. Like he's even got curled lips on the fully rendered version. And that circular character design is designed to invoke like softiness and fluffiness. All of that kind of stuff. Well, I could very well be wrong. It could have been mocapped. I just don't think it was. I mean, at the same time that movie was being made, they were mocapping for Lord of the Rings with Gollum. This character, he's supposed to be terrifying and scary, but they've done all of the shape language around him being cute. His eyes are huge and super round, which makes him look more innocent and cute in his design. So he really does just have exactly what I call spoopy. And spoopy to me is a word that means something is cute and spooky. Once me and my friend was playing Doors and got to grumble, he died and I was in a room that didn't go in chase they large. I threw a glow stick and 2 ran to it, same direction. There was indented. None of that. I don't know what any of that means. I know that the point of Doors is to run through doors as fast as possible before you get eaten, I think. But yeah. Anyway, that's why I like this kind of character. That's why, if you notice, a lot of my art has big eyes because I draw spoop. I don't draw scary stuff very often. I'm not great at the scary, so. 2 came from a dead end. Oh, yeah. That sucks. I'm sorry I can't appreciate your story very much because I've never played it. I'm gonna have to play some Roblox. I'm gonna have to connect with today's youth and play some Roblox instead of going back and watching my cartoons from the 90s. In May, I did a 90s fan art animation kind of fan art challenge, and I bought the Real Monsters on DVD. So I've been thinking about watching Real Monsters lately. If I do, I will let you. I will let you know when I do it. We'll might have to find a night that I can do it on stream, and just play some video games. I haven't played any real video games in a long time. All right, guys. Let's see. It is 5:00. We have about half an hour left. Do you want to see what I did with the kitty cats in costumes pattern? I kind of went in today. I don't pay no attention to this pink. I'm not happy with whatever color I'm going to put in the background yet. But I drew in a little ghost, a little piece of candy corn, a little pumpkin. Got our Venus flytrap going on. A little fish wearing a witch hat. And a bat. So I thought I had just some fun. I had a little bit of free time this morning. And I just kind of came in here and added some doodles to the pattern. So this will now fully be a very, like a completely, what's the word I'm looking for here? Seamless pattern. So, thank you. I don't know what color I want to use on the background yet. I think I'll probably end up using the exact same blue that's on the horse, or not the horse, the horse that's on the Halloween Hounds pattern. But I haven't decided. I did this pink because I didn't have the hex code for the other color. And I was like, everyone knows that all dogs are boys and all cats are girls. That's like universal knowledge, right? And everyone knows that boys are blue and girls are pink. That's totally not just a marketing thing made up in the late 60s. But this pink isn't going to work because the Venus flytrap's mouth is pink and it doesn't look good that way. So it'll probably end up being a blue of some sort, probably similar to that one. And what I'll end up doing is I'll go and I'll pull the hex code off of the other pattern and use the exact same blue. So this will be going up soon. I'll have these guys put together. I put together sticker packs for all of the Halloween Hounds. I'll put together a sticker pack for the kitties this week, and I will get all of this up in the store this week. I promise. That's my goal, is to finish this week with everything up in the store. Lock myself into it, get it real done, get it hammered out. So, yeah. There's a little bit of room for some extra doodles on here. If anybody has any other ideas they'd like to see added to this pattern before I knock it out, there's definitely space on here for them. There's plenty of room. There's definitely room to put something there. You can put some more stuff in here. Probably a little dude there, a little dude there. So there's definitely room for some other ideas here to go into that. And I've got half an hour, so maybe I will go ahead and draw some stuff in. The thing with dogs is that dogs like bones, and bones are very spooky already. So, like, I felt like it was easier to come up with things like that for dogs than it was with cats. Like a little fish. I don't know why fish have become the universal symbol for cat, like bone has become the universal symbol for dog. But it has, and I don't know what else cats like. I don't know cats. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know cats, guys. So I'm begging for some help, I guess. Could do, I guess, a little crescent moon thing up here, maybe. Oh. What do cats like? Internet, tell me, what do cats like? I'm actually going to use, what do cats like? Oh, allow voice search. Now, what do cats like? Cats like climbing up on top of things and knocking over glasses. Cats like boxes, I guess. I don't know. Sunbathing, scratching, eating. I feel like cats are very simple creatures, and their needs are abstract. But we can definitely draw in there's always room for a second piece of candy corn in any given situation. There's always some room for candy corn to come in. That's just how Halloween works. And maybe a second spooky ghost, like, I'm so spooky. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Laser pointer, strings, knocking stuff over, boxes, scratches, and attention. That seems to fit with what I know about cats. I'm a haunted laser pointer. Woo! Come down here and just draw a little open box with a little ghost popping out of it. Bottle of milk with draw a skull and crossbones on it. Ooh, that's a good idea. Old school milk bottle style. Like that. Some of these are things that, yes, strings. Yeah, so we'll start with a circle, and then like that. Little ball of yarn, right? That's cats love balls of yarn. So there's a few more little things we could draw into our pattern here. I'm gonna go ahead and just doodle some of these in, just add in. I'm gonna start with the ball of yarn, I think, because it's the one that I think will be the most fun to draw. I've been AFK from the stream for 45 minutes, and I came back to a cat and Furter. Couldn't be more pleasantly surprised. Yeah, so cat and Furter. Last week on the stream, we drew a little squad of kitty cats in costumes for a pattern to go with our dogs in costumes. So we've got an Abyssian dressed as the devil, and a Wilfred Brimley cat wearing a skeleton shirt. And this guy is a little kitty sheriff with water bottle, 6 shooters. And a little cat dressed as a lion. And a dumpster cat even, dressed as a hot dog. Draw a box or dome with glowing monster eyes inside. Spiderweb made with a string and yarn. Oh! Clever. Those are clever ideas. I think if I come up here, I'm going to do the spider web up here. And we'll just do this. I'm actually going to sketch this in first. With a rough pencil. Just like this. I'm drawing a spider web. Something like that, maybe. I like the idea of the box having glowing eyes. So maybe this box needs to be turned on its side. And then kind of sticking open like this. And then close like this. With this being dark inside. Like so. And a pair of glowing eyes. And because this is the cat pattern, we would give those glowing eyes cat pupils. Like that. Because cats like to sit inside boxes. I know that. I know something about cats, I guess. Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of the little milk bottle being poisonous milk also. Although a little afraid that at the pattern scale size, some of these details won't read real well. But that could be fun. All right. Is everybody still having a good time? Everybody still enjoying their evening? It's 5:15. I'm going to draw this ball of twine right now before the stream is over. And then probably call it a night from there. Oh, that was not as smooth as I wanted it to be. Smooth string action. Yeah. Like so. Like there. Look, that's not too bad there. And then some string will come around like this. So just some yarn coming in like that. Maybe some yarn coming in like this. Actually, it's going completely underneath, so it'll be like that. And like that. Maybe a little bit more over here, like this. And a little coming across like this. Look at that hot yarn action, like that. There we go. Yeah, see, that's the ticket. That's the ticket. And there. That's a ball of yarn. That's a ball of yarn. Just kind of rolled out there. And then, because it's Halloween time, I'm going to do something fun with this ball of yarn. Oops, I left part of that ball of yarn open, I guess. Come down here. Fill that in. And we'll go doot. Alright, then I'll grab an orange. Like so. See if I can't figure out a good way to make this pattern work. Just do a little randoming here, trying to avoid too much of the same color touching itself. That's all I'm trying to do. It's not the end of the world if it does, but make it a little Halloween yarn. Oops. Just like that. There we go. Little Halloween yarn ball. Oh, you know what? You know what else I just thought of? That we could totally do? Something cats really, really like? a little mouse. Cats like a little mouse. Like that, you know, little mouse down here. Maybe a little wind-up mouse. Give him a little key in his back to make him windy-uppy. That'll be fun. I'm gonna do him real fast. Let's come in here. Go down. Round. Big nose. Big ears. Eyes. Little mouth. Yeah, cats love mice. Cats love wind-up mice. Like, my knowledge of cats is that they poop in boxes. I don't like that. Little mouse there. Go ahead and bring you across and close you off. Fish skeleton. Oh, yeah. Like Heathcliff, where it's just a fish head and rib cage with the tail at the other end. That's another good idea. Can't go wrong with a good old time fish skeleton. All right, we'll grab a pink. And yellow. A fish skeleton. Fish skeleton probably is better than the laser pointer for things that are really obvious. You need a rat with horn. Do I? Is that a thing? Is that a thing cats like? There we go. All right. Now do another little layer. Definitely like feel like this fish skeleton thing is 100% a cat trope. That is definitely something I have seen in lots of cartoons. Not just Heathcliff. Although, definitely like poor little junkyard cats in Heathcliff, speaking of dumpster cats, they never got any fish that wasn't a fish with just fish bones. So I'm just going to draw in some ribs all the way down. Cartoony fish bone ribs. Probably could have done this really easily with the symmetry tool. It would have looked 500 times better and been much, much faster. Oops. But this is nice. I like this. This is good. This is a fun way to finish out the night, I think. Just drawing some little kitty toys. And then I think I am legally required to have like these layers here. so that the fish is kind of a greeny gray. And then we'll have a little pink inside here. There we go, like that. Like that. Like that. There we go. Little fish scale. Little fishbone monster thing. And then I could probably, real fast, I probably can still finish up this box too while I'm here. Boxes are easy to draw. So we're just going to come in. I'm actually going to bring that brush size back up. Come in here. Got a little box lid. Like this. Come across. Yeah, I love symmetry. Symmetry is sometimes this is my problem. I like symmetry too much. And honestly, like, symmetry can be a detriment in a lot of ways to a good drawing. So you gotta be careful sometimes when you're using symmetry tools. Come in here and just loop out some glowing eyes. So we'll bring back little pupils. Yeah, there's something to be said about asymmetry in a design, really. And then I was going to make these yellow like their cat eyes also, but I want to think red's probably the way to go when you're talking about evil cat inside a box. Although maybe not. Maybe yellow would look good. Let's see. I kind of like that too. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. And I don't know how I feel about how I've sketched out my milk bottle there, so that's why I'm kind of avoiding it right now. But we can do a moon very quickly. Moons are easy. And spoopy. Boop. Boop. Yeah, that's how you cheat at drawing a moon. That's actually another thing I know about cats is that they come from the moon to teach teenage girls how to transform into super soldiers. That's a thing I know about cats. It might be just the 3 cats, but it's a thing I know. That's a Sailor Moon reference, in case anybody out there was curious what I was talking about. But let's see. So you can definitely get away with symmetry on a spider web. And I'm going to bring this guide up here and line it up there so we can get away with using some symmetry tools. Oh, I don't want that to be moved anymore. There, like that. That doesn't look good either. Come on, Matt, you can draw a straight line, man. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. Spider web, catches whatever Spider-Man says. Is it strong? Listen, bud, he's got the radioactive blood. I'm just making noise to make noise at this point. If you're curious as to if I've always made noise just to make noise, my first grade report card says on it that Matt can be a very excellent student, but he is often a distraction to the children around him. So, yeah, apparently I've always made noise just to make noise. And that wasn't appreciated by my first grade teacher. I'm just kind of coming in and cleaning up a little bit of line art that I didn't get closed out completely using the symmetry tool because I was rushing. And rushing is the enemy of good. I've always been one of those people who believes in the trinity of creation, which is where you get to choose. You have three options. You can have it good, you can have it cheap, you can have it fast, but you only get two of the three. And then I think I'm going to redo the insides of this ball of yarn over here to be a little more ball of yarny. That looks pretty good. And then we can also make it gray, and maybe something like this. I missed one of my segments of the web that needed to be closed in better. Right here. I don't know if this is going to look good or not. I'm just going to try some stuff and see what I think, what it feels like. Because one of the things you got to remember when you're making patterns and stuff like this is that it's going to get shrunk down to be much smaller in the end. And so you have to kind of sometimes take a step back and go, can I read what this is? From like right here about is the size that it would be. I kind of like this. I don't know though. I don't know that it still says spider web when it's like that. I just kind of like the pattern. And I don't know that it works, but you know, sometimes you got to try some stuff and figure out if you like it or not. And it's okay to not like it. It's okay to come back and go, I gotta undo my art. Something isn't right there. But that is time. That's 5:30. I need to jump off of here in just a second. Thank you for those of you who came and hung out and enjoyed just brainstorming. I will put together the 3 ideas that are on the poll and put them up here on YouTube on a poll so that people can vote on which one is their favorite. I'll probably throw it up on the Patreon also, just to make sure the patrons get to weigh in on it. If you already have a ball of yarn, you could make a regular web. I could. I liked drawing it. I was having a good time. I was actually getting kind of lost in the doodling and trying to remind myself that I'm on stream still. Be sure to give this video a like. If you are not currently subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I will be back on Wednesday at 4 p.m. to start maybe fleshing out our polled results. We'll see exactly which of the 3 cool ideas we came up with today get the win. And then Friday night, we're just going to do a chilled drawing whatever you would like to see me draw stream. So I hope you will join us then. I hope you are having a wonderful week. Thank you so much. I've been Matt Brotherton. I've had a great time doodling with you tonight. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful evening.